Alright everybody, what you saw there was 100 rounds through the BCA, the Bear Creek Arsenal BC9 Bufferless 9mm that receives your Glock style pattern magazines. It's your boy Genius. Before I get started talking about this, just want to invite you to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. Like always, I have a video up very vividly describing how you can know for sure that you'll be saved. If you reach out to me in the comment section or GSquaredTactical@gmail.com, I'd be happy to share that, type something up for you, or I can simply link that video and you can watch that video and know for sure that you'll go to heaven if you were to pass on today. Don't procrastinate anymore. If you're not sure, take care of that today, for today is the day of salvation. And I'm going to do something right quick. I've done that for all of the YouTube operators out there to say, he didn't put 100 rounds through that. I only counted 99. If you think that's being absurd, there's people that will absolutely do that. Either way, if you like the content from Amanda and I, we'd invite you to go over and consider supporting us on Patreon. It's $5, $10, $20 a month, or whatever you would like to donate. We upload everything over there. So I guess for now, you could just watch the videos ad-free. We do plan to put some more exclusive stuff up there later in the off season. Also, we're pushing people to our website at GSquaredTactical.com. You can click on the link in the corner of the screen now. Once you get over to the website, you can click on the 3 lines in the left-hand corner of the screen. A scroll will pop down. At the very bottom, it'll say support the channel. It'll click on that. A box will pop up, say name your price. It'll be pre-inserted with $5. You can wipe that out if you would prefer to pay something else, less or more. Everything will go back into the channel. But the reason we're pushing people over there is because we get the majority of that. We get about 97% of that donation. If you do super thanks, we get about 40% of that donation. And through Patreon, we get 93, 94%. So we get the most, you get the most bang for your buck over at the website. We also have some gear over there. BCA 9, BC9. Is that what it is? Yeah, BC9, Bufferless 9mm. Pretty cool little setup here. Been doing quite a few of these lately with the Kuna and my Strybog. Several of these PCCs. Before anyone asks, no, this did not come on the gun. I picked this up on Amazon. Not going to say what it is because I had to pay for it myself. I mean, it folds up pretty good. It's pretty easy to release. About the same, very similar to the release of the Strike Industry brace stock on the Kuna. Locks up pretty good. Technically made for an airsoft gun. Got it for like 79 bucks or something, delivered the next day, and it works for this application. Didn't want to spend $200 for a brace just to do this video. But it is 1913 on the rear there, so it makes it very easy and makes your options for a brace more plenteous, if you will. So it's not specific or proprietary. It's a 1913 on the rear. Extended beaver tail grip on here, which I really like. The actual grip itself is very rubberized and super, super comfortable. And it has an American flag on each side of the grip, which is really sweet. Has a little lip at the bottom of the grip here, which really holds your grip high and tight. My wife will really like that. And it's textured nicely on the front and back. Also has a removable cover on the bottom of the grip here if you wanted to store some stuff in there. Also to access the bolt, obviously, that holds the grip into place. All right side charging handle on this. Plenty of real estate up top. Pick rail, if you will, to mount your flip-up sights. Or obviously I have my Hollison HE510C green dot up here on this. You'll also notice on the front that you have 3, 2, 1 on each side and 1 on the bottom M-lock, very small M-lock. You have very little real estate out in front of the magazine or the mag well. But if you'll notice this finger stop here, which I really, really like, I actually end up grabbing it with my index finger out in front of the trigger stop, which allows me to grab it like this, which is a very comfortable hold for me. And the finger stop wasn't really going to find anything that was going to fit in this application, but the guys over at Sparrow Dynamics sent me one They don't pay me anything if you go over and buy their product. I just think it's a very unique, original, if you will, Fingerstop M-Lock. And they sent it to me for review, and so I am reviewing it. It is very nice, very unique, looks very good on the gun. Also, these silicone rail covers that you see on the sides here also came from Sparrow Dynamics. Again, they're not paying me anything. If you go over and pick up their product, I talk about their product because I genuinely really like their product. And these rail covers not only look amazing, but they also provide a purpose, and that is to extra grip. But mostly for me, it shields the heat from my hand from grabbing this thing up here, and that can be a big deal too because I hate wearing gloves. It has a nice flash hider up on the front, or muzzle brake. It is threaded. Unfortunately, it is not 1/2 by 28. It's more like, let's see here, it is 1/2 by 36. Kind of sucks. It means I would need an adapter in order to shoot this thing suppressed, so I don't guess I'm going to get to do that. Nothing on the gun is ambi. It does not lock back on the empty magazine, and it takes Glock pattern magazines. I was using my 21 round P-Mag in the gun today, and also my Glock 17 magazines, but I think it'll actually take, yes, a lot shorter than that. So I think it'll actually take a Glock 19 magazine as well. So most of your Glock 9mm magazines it will take. Okay, so again, it does not lock back on the empty mag. 100 rounds, have not had any issues thus far. The trigger is actually not that bad. Let's see if we can do a little trigger here. Let's knock the safety off. Hardly any take up at all. Like I don't feel any take up really. It does have a little bit of a rolling brake there, but it is a predictable brake. The reset is really nice. As you can see there, it's relatively short. It really pushes back. It almost resets itself, honestly. Really pushes back on your finger. I plan to shoot this thing a little bit faster in some of the upcoming videos. Just kind of wanted to get through 100 rounds. You know how I feel about that. No sense in doing any type of tricky stuff if it doesn't perform out of the box first 100 rounds. So the trigger is actually not bad. I mean, as you can hear, it's very audible, very tactile, pushes back on your finger. Actually not a bad trigger at all. Okay, safety is easy to manipulate, locks into place solidly. And let's talk about some of the heights, weight, things of that nature. Single feed ramp, the weight is 4.5, pretty lightweight. Again, it takes Glock style magazines, a 5-inch barrel. Profile is M4 contour, 1 in 10 rate of twist in the barrel. Parkerized finished, 4150 chrome moly vanadium material on the barrel. Thread pitch, as mentioned, 1/2 by 36. And let's see, non-fluted. It's a blowback gas system, right side charging handle, which I've already mentioned. Bolt material is E9310, whatever that means. And also the receiver material is billet. Okay. Didn't see a length on there or anything like that, but the barrel length is 5-inch. But I'll talk again. You know I hate doing that. I mean, I literally just looked that up on Bear Creek's website, just the same as you could, to get all the information you want off of it. I hate wasting my time doing that for something that'll take you 30 seconds to read. I just want to talk about the gun and whether or not it shoots, whether or not it functions. And it's very budget friendly. I think the MSRP on this is around $600, but it can be picked up on their website, as I just now saw, for $479. Okay, so in the PCC world, especially bufferless PCCs, that's a very budget price. Okay, so if it works, if it functions, if it has no problems, even if it has a finicky little problem here and there on occasion, don't know yet, we'll see, it's still well worth that price in my book. And that's their game. You know, they're not out here making Daniel Defenses and HK MP5s. They're making something affordable for the everyday gun buyer. So that is your first 100 rounds through the BC9 Bufferless 9mm. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, there will be more to follow. And listen, I do have this gun in my possession, and I'm not one of these reviewers that steer clear of the comment section. Good, bad, or indifferent, I read all the comments. And if you have any questions about the gun, I do, again, like I said, have it in my possession. and I will, sometimes immediately, but if not immediately, within a day, day and a half, I will get back to you and answer your question about the firearm. So just reach out to me and let me know. Nothing on the gun is ambi, by the way. Safety is not ambi. Mag release is not ambi, although it is very functional. Works for me, right-hander. So anyway, and I think they do make one of these as well with a left side charging handle. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel pretty good about that. So either way, there it is, BC9 Bufferless 9mm from Bear Creek Arsenal. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you know Jesus Christ is your Savior. You know the platforms you can support us on. And as always, on this beautiful day that the Lord has made, to God only be the glory.